How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the 78 K10. We're going to be getting some stuff done, trying to get it cleaned up a little bit. I've kind of been thinking about what the goal for the project is, and I think it's just going to be kind of cleaning it up, doing it on a budget, making it look a little more presentable. Going to be trying to make a go into town rig out of it, and so that's kind of what we're going to base the series on. Is going to be just a budget friendly build, so we're not going to go crazy with it, but we also want to make it something that looks presentable. So we're going to go ahead and start off by getting this thing cleaned up. All right, so I have done a few things. One thing I did before I'm recording this video is I swapped out the front hubs, which I'm going to put in this video, but I did that beforehand just so y'all know. I got the warns put on, and then pretty much that's it. I've just been playing with it around the pasture a little bit. We're going to also do some just regular maintenance stuff here, changing belts, oil, stuff like that. I don't know if I finally updated y'all on what's going on with the transfer case, but I'm pretty sure it's going to need to be rebuilt. It's making that noise whenever you put it into four-wheel drive. So we're not going to worry about any of that right now. Just trying to get it cleaned up a little bit, so whenever it's time to start working on it, it'll be a little bit better experience. Also, towards the end of the series, we're going to kind of give y'all a price breakdown of all I've spent. I do have some parts already laying around that I'll just put just a partial value on, because you could pick some of that stuff up from like Marketplace or whatever, just spark plug wires and stuff like that. But I already picked up some spark plugs. Got to get a grill for this thing, but I don't know. Probably not going to buy a used one. There's another one online that's cheaper to buy, so that's probably what we're going to do. So I picked up some degreaser, and we're going to spray this up under the engine bay and stuff. So I got this trash bag to put over the air cleaner, and we'll go ahead and get it sprayed. Then we'll do the outside of the truck, and then once this stuff's had a minute to eat, then we'll get up under the hood there and pressure wash that out. Alright, y'all, so we've got it all cleaned up here. Is it perfect? No. But it is way better than it was. We got most of the mud off. I did try to do a real good job up under the fender wells and stuff. As you can see, it cleaned up pretty good. I did take the tailgate off, by the way, because it was driving me crazy that it was white and it's a different color. Didn't really see any major damage anywhere other than a few spots here and there. Obviously that dent's the big one right there. All clean, all the mud off of all this here at some point. But yeah, anyway, cleaned up pretty good. The wind picked up and the dogs are going crazy, but turned out pretty good. I also did under here. So is it perfect under here? No, but you can kind of see some blue on the motor now, which is a good thing. So we're gonna let it dry up here, and then we'll see how it cleans up. We'll pull it into the garage and start doing some maintenance on it. But it's running good. Power steering, it's got a power steering fluid leak, I know for sure, and so that's part of it. But like I said, it cleaned up pretty good, so I'm pretty excited. Alright, so I got it pulled into the shop here, and as you can see, it actually cleaned up pretty decent. You can actually see the valve covers and stuff now. But I just want to go ahead and do some regular maintenance stuff. I always like to do it whenever I'm getting a new vehicle. If I didn't plan on keeping this one for longer, then I probably wouldn't do all the maintenance. But since I plan on keeping this for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and do an oil change, and we're going to do spark plugs and spark plug wires, and then transfer case. I did check the fluid on it, but it's still It's gonna need to be rebuilt, so I'm not gonna mess with that either. So we're gonna go ahead and get after it. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and drain the oil. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and drain the oil here, and before y'all roast me in the comments about wearing gloves, it's just easier cleanup, so you might as well do it. 14 millimeter, and I have no idea when this thing's been serviced. It may have been serviced. Well, I mean, it's a newish filter, so the oil in it's probably fine. But for peace of mind, we're gonna go ahead and drain it because this is a good runner, and it's not worth the risk. Oh yeah, she's dirty, real dirty. We're gonna go ahead and try and loosen up this filter. Ooh, she's tight. Alright, I'm back with the right tool. Think. Oh yeah. There it is. Alright, we got a new Wix filter that is dated. That way we can know when we changed it. Alright, put in our new filter. Alright, we got our filter nice and tight. Our drain plug. Alright, we're going to do 4 quarts of the Shell Rotella T4 1540 heavy duty diesel oil. And I've learned from Derek over at Bicegrip Garage, this is good for the older engines. So that's what we're going to run. We're going to do 4 quarts of this, and then we're going to put a quart of Lucas in there. Got this Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer to go in there as well. Alright y'all, so we're done with the oil now, so we're going to go ahead and grab the spark plugs and spark plug wires, and we're going to see if we can't get those swapped out. Alright, so we had these laying around. There's nothing special about them. They were from Napa, and they should work. So I know that one of these spark plug wires that's in it right now has been taped. That's not ideal, obviously. Let me grab the spark plugs. So here are the spark plugs. I literally bought the cheapest ones I could find. They were like 34 bucks altogether. So yeah, and I don't even know. Probably not even gonna gap them because they'll probably work good enough. So y'all let me know down in the comments how important gapping spark plugs is, because I don't know. I haven't really never done it before personally, so I've seen it done, but y'all let me know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and try and go ahead. We're just gonna start at number 1, pull the wire, the plug, and then move on to the next one. Here's number 1. Doesn't look terrible. It's probably okay. It's got a little bit of oil around it, but seems to be okay. But we're gonna go ahead and replace them all because I'm in here, and you might as well do it. So these are AC Delco spark plugs. So to be honest with you, they're probably a better plug. Same size. Alright y'all, so we got the new plugs and wires on, and I'm pretty sure we had like 3 different sets of spark plug wires on here. Spark plugs all look decent, nothing terrible. I will say this one concerns me a little bit. It's almost like it started to melt or something. Anyway, pretty crazy, but we got all new spark plugs in there, all new spark plug wires. So I'm just gonna check the dipstick real quick, and then we'll get in here and crank it up. Alright y'all, so there's still a few more things I need to do as far as maintenance goes, but that's probably all I'm gonna do for tonight. So I'll see y'all whenever I get back working on this thing. Alright y'all, so one big thing that we need to address on Rootbeer here is this front hub. It's broken, and I've never changed hubs before, but I have an extra set. We're gonna see if we can't swap this one out. So that's gonna just be a long, tedious process, I think. So I'll set up the time lapse for that, and y'all can watch me figure this out. Alright y'all, so that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It only took about 10 minutes, as y'all can see. Got the hub out of there. Here it is. Here's the outside piece, where it was broken, all that. There's the two rings, the snap ring, and then they call this the cursed ring. It's a little difficult to get off, but I'll show you all the tools I used, and then you just, obviously, those come off of the plate cover, and then you got the actual lockout hub right there itself. So it was all pretty simple. All I used was a flathead screwdriver, small flathead screwdriver, and this little, just like a little pick, and that's all it took. I just worked it out, and so now I gotta go take the set of hubs off my parts truck and bring it in here and see if we can't get this thing swapped out. Also, forgot to mention, you'll need some snap ring pliers as well to get that one ring out right there. Alright y'all, and just FYI, I did put some PB Blaster on these outside bolts beforehand, so that hopefully they won't break off. So enjoy the time lapse of me taking this one off. So I just got this one pulled off, and this is a worn hub, and it did not have a snap ring. And I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, or if it needs a snap ring. I'm gonna have to do a little research real quick, but it did not have a snap ring. So I'm gonna take all this stuff inside. I'm gonna cover that hub up, take all this stuff inside, and see what I can figure out. Alright y'all, so I got it swapped. I went ahead and put the snap ring in there. Everything's seated right, so I think it's fine. So yeah, I don't know if that was something related to that other axle or what, but snap ring went in and set in the slot, I guess. So it turns now, we got lock and free. And then if you come under here, I used to not be able to spin this by hand whenever I had that old hub on there, and now I can spin it. So I think we're good to go. I'm gonna get that drive shaft thrown back on, and we'll see if she's making the noise anymore. All right, here we go. We're backing out of the shop right now, and we're gonna see if it fixed our problem. We're just gonna go into first. We're in two-wheel drive right now. Hub's unlocked. I don't hear anything. She is fixed, y'all. Let's go. All right, we're gonna test out the 4x4 here in a second. Locked? Yep. Okay. Should be in four-wheel drive. Oh, there's the noise again, folks. So now it's not when we're in two-wheel drive, it's only when we're in 4x4. Golly. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Well, I think the transfer case is bad. Alright y'all, so in the last clip, I'm sure you heard that did not fix our big problem. Now we can leave the front drive shaft on without it making noise, but as soon as you go to four-wheel drive, it just makes a bunch of noise. So I think our transfer case is bad. So I'm gonna have to look into getting that fixed or rebuilt or replaced or whatever it's gonna take. So, but I decided to go ahead and I'm gonna take this other hub off the parts truck to go ahead and make it to where both sides match on the 78. So I did get both of the hubs swapped out, but sadly that did not fix our issue. It did fix part of the issue. I can have the drive shaft on now in two-wheel drive, but as soon as I go into four-wheel drive, it makes that really bad grinding noise. So I gotta do research on that and see, well, I'll just figure out what it is. So anyway, all right, y'all, so we got the 78 K10. I named Rootbeer, serviced, ready to go. We did oil change, we did plugs, wires, a few other things here and there. We got the transmission filled up. I think everything is good as far as that goes. It shifts and stuff well. I think it needs a new power steering pump, and I know the transfer case needs to be rebuilt, but I don't know if I'm gonna tackle that. I might end up doing it, but I may just let the next owner know that, hey, probably gonna need to rebuild the transfer case. So I plan on selling this thing to help fund some other projects. So it's gonna be sad to see it go, and I'm gonna enjoy it while I have it. And that's part of the reason why I'm wanting to just kind of fix it up and piddle on it. I did okay enough when I bought it that I think I shouldn't lose money. I should be able to make a little money here. That's the goal. But I got a gauge cluster, a few other things that's going to make this thing much better. I got a new grill on the way, and I got a bumper to put on it that's a little bit straighter here in the front. Thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see me messing with these trucks more, let me know down in the comments. See ya.